He was 23 years old, and he was on top of the world.
And now Ben Roethlisberger, the youngest quarterback ever to win a Super Bowl championship.
I didn't know what to think. I was so happy, I was so overwhelmed. To know that you have done something that so few people have been able to do really was kind of special.
But for Ben Roethlisberger, Super Bowl 40 was also bittersweet.
Yeah, I did think about I didn't play my best game.
Statistically, it was the worst game ever played by a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Bowler's there and makes the interception.
Ben is back, dumps it off, it's intercepted, look out.
Winning it obviously made everything kind of go away, but I said, I got to get back. I've got to get back to a Super Bowl so that I can kind of redeem myself.
It only took him 3 years to get back, but the journey seemed much longer than that.
Ben seriously injured in a motorcycle crash.
Almost losing my life. That was God's way of knocking me back down and saying, you need to understand some things here.
Roethlisberger's accident was the start of a disastrous title defense. In 2006, the Steelers failed to make the playoffs. A year after winning the Super Bowl, team leaders Jerome Bettis and Joey Porter were gone, as was iconic head coach Bill Cowher, replaced by an unknown 34-year-old named Mike Tomlin.
I knew that we had a veteran team, but it wasn't a veteran team to me. It was important that we got to know one another. And really the only way you get to do that is through adversity. And I was willing and prepared to create it. I want to see how miserable we can get today. Yeah. And who enjoys it? There were some dog days, and we got to know one another. Punch it, let's go, baby! Don't let me catch you smiling today like you actually having a good time. I wasn't concerned about winning them over. I really wasn't. I've always coached guys that were about my age or in some cases older.
But we never thought about his age, But we did think about, why is this coach being, so strict with us?
All right, man.
As soon as he stepped in, he was the man.
Thriving or surviving, right?
And we all did everything he said to the T.
By most measures, Tomlin's debut was a success. In 2007, the Steelers won their division. They had the league's best defense, and their still young quarterback had his best season. But the Steelers faded in December, losing 4 of their final 5 games.
We got worn down. We were a tired football team.
Their season ended at home in the first round of the playoffs.
We were so beat up, and our bodies didn't allow us to go any farther, even though our minds and our hearts wanted us to. But I think Coach Tomlin learned from that.
I probably grinded the team to a nub, and I knew that there was a risk of that when I put together the training camp schedule and really the practice schedule. And I think it was productive, but in the end, I think it was one of the things that got us, There's no manual for this job, so when you make a decision in regards to how training camp's gonna be, you gotta live with it.
But I think, the reason he did it was to show that this is not Bill's team anymore. It's not Coach Cowher's team. This is my team now. We're gonna do it the way I want to do it. And going into the next year, we knew that things were gonna be tough. It's not gonna be easy, but like I said, we respected him for it.
In 2008, Pittsburgh had one of the toughest schedules in modern NFL history. They'd face 8 playoff teams from the previous season. The Steelers seemed built for the task.
Smash these boys, man.
But one area of concern was the offensive line, especially when Ben Roethlisberger separated his shoulder in the season opener and suffered one of the worst beatings of his career 2 weeks later in Philadelphia.
Oh, they're all over him, and he's going to be sacked. Here's the blitz. Ben is going to be hit and sacked.
Hey, excuse me. Everybody look at me, okay? Get your damn head up, look at the man, let's talk. Let's communicate. Let's be mentally tough.
They came from everywhere.
Ducks out of there. Now he's going to be hit. The ball's loose.
We had no answers. This is just the beginning of our schedule, and we have the toughest schedule in the NFL. This could be a long year.
Taking big hits was nothing new for Big Ben. But the blame didn't always fall on the offensive line. During the 06 and 07 seasons, he was sacked 99 times. Most quarterbacks want to live to fight another play. He tries to make every play.
It is a double-edged sword, and you know, with my play at quarterback, you have to live by it and die by it.
Probably 28 teams or so that'll take that problem. And so I'm glad that I have it.
He's not like a Tom Brady, and he's not like a Peyton Manning. He is who he is, and I don't think that we could say that holding on to the ball too long, he should stop doing that, or he should stop doing this. Ben should just keep being Ben.
That's why I always tell my linemen, just don't get frustrated, don't get worried when people talk about the sacks, because a lot of it's on me. I'm not a pocket passer. I can make throws in the pocket. I'm not a running quarterback, but I can make plays with my legs. I honestly think that I'm just a crazy gunslinger back there, I guess.
Gunfighters get shot sometimes. That's what you say.
The gunfighter was sacked 8 times in Philadelphia. And against Baltimore the next week, the painful play continued.
8 quarters, the Steelers without a touchdown.
Trailing 13-3, the Steelers were booed off their home field at halftime.
Like to be there in the locker room and find out exactly what is said.
For the first time ever, it was my turn to stand up and kind of get emotional.
One of those things that had to happen, part of him becoming the mature veteran franchise caliber quarterback that he is. It was one of those forks in the road, and I truly believe that he took the right turn at that moment.
I pointed to our defense and I said that group has kept us in the game, and they've done it for the last week and so far. It's embarrassing. We're letting them down. We're letting our fans down. They're booing us. This is truly embarrassing. I'm embarrassed, and if you guys don't want to be embarrassed the rest of the rest of this game, the rest of this season, then we need to do something about it.
In the second half, the Steelers went to their no-huddle or lightning package. And in a matter of 15 seconds, lightning struck twice.
Santonio Holmes is into the end zone for the Pittsburgh Steelers touchdown. He's back, flush, hit, and the ball is loose. The Steelers pick it up. Lamar Whitley scores a defensive touchdown.
Jeff Reed's field goal beat Baltimore, marking the first of 6 games in which the Steelers came from behind in the fourth quarter or won in overtime. But fighting to the finish was nothing new for Ben Roethlisberger. It's something he specialized in at Miami University under Coach Terry Hepner.
Coach Hep believed in me early when no one else did, the first school to offer me a scholarship. He just was an amazing person. More than a coach, I really was like a son to him.
Hepner died of brain cancer in 2007. But he and his favorite poem entitled Don't Quit left a big impression on Big Ben.
He would read it to us once or twice a year. He would get really into it and emotional about it, and it was really something special, especially when he passed. So I put the poem up in my locker so that every day I can see it and know that no matter what, just don't give up, don't quit. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt, and you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem worse that you mustn't quit. It's more than just about football. It's about life. It's about, adversity. And, been through a lot, obviously. And especially that last one, when your heart is hit, just don't quit. And that's, me in the fourth quarter, if you're down and you're sore and you're bleeding, whatever it is, you just don't quit. You don't give up. And that's kind of always been my thing.
Ball at the 31. Ben in the shotgun. Russell to his left. Steelers trailing by 1. He gets the snap. He's back. Blitz. He's going to be throwing the football. It's caught at the 15. First down at the 13-yard line.
I remember standing in the pocket and kind of doing a little sidestep, and all of a sudden I saw Hines come across the field, and I did what I probably shouldn't have done, with a guy or two hanging on. I don't know who it was, but I threw it. I don't know. I guess a lot. I do that a lot.
Ben Roethlisberger is a master at this. Stepping up, and just make a throw like this. That's Pittsburgh Steelers football.
And a snapshot that defines him, not only what he's capable of from a physical standpoint, but also the spirit of him, the competitor in him. In the face of the most difficult adversity, he's the most calm, and he's at his best.
1:59 to go. Steelers down by 1. Ben is going to throw it. A little timing pattern. It's caught for a touchdown. Hines Ward. Yes!
5 games into their brutal schedule, the Steelers were 4-1. The NFL's toughest schedule didn't get any easier in the middle of the season. During a 3-week stretch, the Steelers hosted the previous 2 Super Bowl champions, and in both games, their quarterback was outplayed by a Manning. Pittsburgh's double-edged sword was causing self-inflicted wounds.
Blitz. He throws it, and it's intercepted. Oh, my.
That was a horrible throw.
In the 2 losses, Ben Roethlisberger threw 7 interceptions. But in defeat, Pittsburgh discovered a formula for success.
I probably knew it more than anybody. Just don't turn the ball over.
Don't do it together, all right? Don't try to force one man. Just play your
There's certain games we went into that it was like, hey, if we score 3 points, we'll probably win this game. That's how good our defense was.
This defense has been nothing less than spectacular.
That's our defense.
A lot was written and said about our defense, and that our defense carried us, and they did.
The league's top-ranked defense featured number 92, James Harrison. He was the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year, but he was not the face of the Steelers' defense.
I don't think I love football. I love life. I love life, but football is a part of life. And in that way, I do love football. I don't idolize football. Football doesn't run my life. Football's not who we are, it's what we do.
You play dumb sometimes, you know what I mean? You act like you don't understand defensive concepts, but then when we get football games get hot, you're a D coordinator. You know what I mean? You're a funny guy.
You know, when the fire starts getting hot, I want to make sure I got my hands on the wheel and I'm driving the bus rather than giving somebody else control. I'm not going to walk away from the game saying, you know what, maybe I should have stepped just a little bit out of my shell. It would have made the difference, you know, in winning and losing this game.
If ever there were a player who let his actions speak louder than his words, it's Troy Polamalu. And he plays on a defense that has no problem expressing itself.
We let these motherfuckers come out, and we do it all day long.
11 motherfuckers to that ball, man. Every play.
I'd like to think that I share that same passion that they do. However, I may not express it the same way they do.
For many reasons, about the only thing Polamalu will say on the field is a prayer.
Well, because I'm scared, for one, you know. I'm scared of a lot of things, you know, being injured. Plus, I just think that there's a lot of temptation on the football field dealing with passions of arrogance, of ego, of pride, of all these vain type of things that I just try to protect myself against.
Against San Diego, the incredibly humble safety made one incredible play.
That's definitely no skill at all. It's just kind of luck the way that everything happened.
A lot of people are like, oh my gosh, unbelievable, this is crazy. What an unbelievable play.
Can't believe the Troy Polamalu caught that.
For us, it was like, wow, that was pretty amazing, Troy. But that's it, because it was like, you just expect it from him. I mean, he might be one of the greatest athletes that I've ever met.
I like the kid Troy. You know, he thinks he's a great broken field runner. when he gets the ball, you can pretty much book he's going to cut across the field.
Looks for blockers, cuts back to his left.
I don't know if that makes him a great broken field runner. He's just a cutback guy.
Led by Polamalu and Harrison,
He's going to be hit. The ball's loose, picked up by San Diego. We've got a safety.
Pittsburgh beat San Diego without scoring a touchdown and improved to 7-3. But their schedule wasn't about to get any easier. In 2007, December was the Steelers' undoing. The final weeks of 2008 would show just how far Mike Tomlin's team had come. Pittsburgh's schedule climaxed with a stretch that would make or break the season.
I can convince myself of a lot of things, and I did. And I think our team did. You know, we had a saying,
It's a 5-star matchup because we're in it.
5-star matchup. Anybody we play is a 5-star matchup because we in it.
we used that saying quite a bit over the second half of the year. And I think somewhere along the line, we all believed it.
What he got across to us is that it's about us. It's not about anybody else.
It ain't about that team, it's about what we do. Yep. 60 minutes. You run it. Hey, hit, baby. Let's go.
They began the stretch drive with an impressive victory over the Patriots.
And the Steelers have had a lot of fun in Foxborough, Massachusetts.
Not only a big win, but it's an old-fashioned butt whooping.
The next week was a different story. Midway through the fourth quarter, they trailed the Cowboys 13-3.
Hey, let's go. We cool. We cool. Let's go.
A field goal drew them closer, but they still needed a touchdown to tie the game.
First and goal, Steelers at the Cowboys, 6 trailing by 7, 2:17 remaining. Here's the blitz, he throws the quick out. Here comes Heath Miller, he's got a touchdown! We are tied at 13 in this 5-star matchup. Let's go! This crowd in a frenzy. Romo in the gun, he's back. He waits, he looks, he fires intercepted. Steelers have it to 25, to Shane Thompson to the 10, to the 5. He dives for the goal line. Pittsburgh touchdown to Shane Thompson. The Pittsburgh Steelers have capped an unbelievable comeback. Wow.
Man, what a beautiful game. And I mean that. I just told the team that, you know, people get too preoccupied with style points. That was a beautiful football game. Who cares how we win? Who cares under what circumstances? Who cares who delivers the plays? It's December. We'll take the W. As long as we have one more point, I don't care. And I want to create an environment where it's okay for everybody to feel that way.
Not everyone did. After the Dallas game, a season of frustration boiled over for running back Willie Parker.
Willie Parker, keep pounding. Keep pounding. Hose the will on this crew. Hose the will on him.
That's what the Pittsburgh running game used to do. For years, it was called Steelers football. But in 2008, the running game was ranked near the bottom of the league, and Parker wasn't happy about it. He told the media his team had gotten away from Steelers football. His coach's reaction was swift and clear.
Every morning I come to work, I walk past 5 Lombardis, not 5 rushing titles. The issue is winning. So, you know, do we need to get better in terms of running the football? Absolutely. And the reason is this, because it increases our chances of winning.
That's going to be a fight.
Nothing refocuses the attention like Ravens Steelers.
We here now. Yeah, all flights are canceled.
To me, it's simple. They try to beat us up, we try to beat them up.
We're the #1 defense, not them, baby. Let's go out here and prove this.
They play football the way we desire to play football. Doesn't necessarily mean you got a warm, fuzzy feeling when you see them.
There's just I don't want to say hatred, but some people just generally hate each other on these teams.
Takes the snap. Ray Lewis on the blitz. Saxon back in midfield.
The NFL's two best defenses matched each other blow for blow. Ben Roethlisberger took the field with less than 4 minutes left in the game, neither team had scored a touchdown. And there was no reason to believe that was about to change.
You know, we had a long way to go. It's different when you're on the 20 or the 30-yard line. To be on the 8-yard line was tough.
He's going to throw it at his goal line. He waits, he looks, they come up his back, he throws it, and a great catch at the 21.
They're looking very confident. Their offensive line's doing a nice job picking up the twist and the blitzes.
They blitz, and he dumps it over the middle, and with the football, making a man miss is Hines Ward up over the 30. He fires a pass, wide open at the 22. The Steelers have it inside the 20, down to the 15. Quick pop over the middle. The pass is caught at the 10, the 5, spinning to the 4, Hines Ward.
They moved the ball down the field pretty quick. And that last play was just kind of crazy.
Crowd on its feet. Game on the line.
Roethlisberger takes, he wants to throw it on 3rd and goal. He looks right, nothing there. Scampers left, looks, stops, now comes back to his right, throws the pass, touchdown, Pittsburgh! Santonio Holmes! The Pittsburgh Steelers are AFC North Division champions.
That's the way you play football.
Scrambled back to the right because, I hold on to the ball too long. And
Doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you reach the end zone, even if it's only by an inch. That's a definition of Steelers football they could all agree on.
Steeler football is 60 minutes. It's 60 minutes. Nothing less, baby. It's 60 minutes. Good job.
In the frosty late day air of Western Pennsylvania, we are here at Heinz Field, 2 wins away from a trip to the Super Bowl.
I think a lot of times we appreciate the end result of our work. I appreciate just getting to do the work. I want to smell the roses. I make a conscious effort to. And in moments like that one, it overwhelms you. And it's really kind of cool.
It got even cooler when Santonio Holmes got his hands on the football.
Santonio Holmes runs to the middle. 45-50, cover to beat. He goes around the corner. He's up the sideline. 20, 25, jumps over around the 10, into the end zone for the Pittsburgh touchdown. Santonio Holmes.
That's what big players do. Come on, pound this thing now. Pound this damn thing.
In the third quarter, Pittsburgh held the ball for all but 17 seconds. And with a happy Willie Parker rushing for 146 yards, the Steelers ran their way into the AFC Championship.
You deserve it, man. Congratulations.
What else would you expect, us and the Ravens? It'd be a big game if it was a scrimmage. Just happens to be AFC Championship.
It's different from them than it would be from anybody else in the league.
Be special today. I need you, all right? I need you today, baby.
We also felt like this is our division. There's no better way to drive that point home than beat them in the AFC Championship game and beat them 3 times in a football season.
Just like we thought it was going to be.
Probably the most physical game in the history of football.
That's big-time defense right there.
You're lucky if you're going to walk off the field.
Defense dominated. But for the second week in a row, no one could stop Santonio Holmes.
Now he's going to throw it to the near sideline. And it's caught by Santonio. Defender down. Cuts to the middle of the field. Gets by another defender. Picks up a block for the 30. Santonio, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Wow!
Holmes scored the Steelers' only offensive touchdown in each of the 3 games against the Ravens. But Pittsburgh's prayers were answered this time thanks to their spiritual safety.
4th and 1. Oliver's going to go for it. Flacco is going to be stacked up.
Polamalu came diving over the line and took away any opening that Joe Flacco might have had.
I think there comes a point in the game where you're not really cognitively thinking. Honestly, before that play, I wasn't thinking, oh, it's 4th and 1. You just kind of see just like the way everything develops, the way the offensive linemen come up, the way they get set. You kind of see their splits. You kind of see the quarterback's energy. And the more and more you play the game of football, the more and more you have this sensitivity, the rhythm of the football game. And, you can just do things like that.
That's Troy. That's the play that I think about when I think about Troy.
Most Steelers fans will think of another play, the one that decided the AFC Championship.
What makes teams great? What makes games great? And it's these opportunities that seldomly come. In the huge stage at the AFC Championship game, you have a rookie quarterback, you have a rookie coach on their sidelines, and you're thinking, wow, what a great time for them to come back and kick a field goal and beat the rivalries that they've lost to twice. All these things are running to your head. That would be a great story, for them. But it didn't happen that way.
The clock at 4:43 and winding. Flacco in the gun. He's back. That is intercepted. Troy Polamalu at the 40, 35-30. Flacco's at the 25. He's running right at the 15. He turns and goes for the goal line, and he's in for the Pittsburgh Steelers touchdown. And this place is on fire.
There may be a split second. It was like, oh my gosh, I got the ball in my hands. What do I do?
If you're Troy Polamalu, you cut back on your way to the end zone and the Super Bowl.
Well, it was the first game that my son had ever been to. So the first thing that crossed my mind was to point up at him and wave at him. It's like, look, son. So it was pretty cool.
What a game. I'm not sure I have witnessed a game this vicious before.
Good job, Coach. Good job. Good luck, man. Y'all are a hell of a football team. Y'all bring the best out in us. I love these matchups, man.
The Pittsburgh Steelers are AFC Conference champions. Raymond James Stadium, the site of Super Bowl 43.
How we play the game today should honor those that have come before us. It's still a uniform or whatever uniform that's great. We ain't gonna play it perfect. We're gonna play it physical. That's the story of the 2008 Steelers. We lay it on the line for one another, don't we? Yes, sir. And that's all it comes down to. Love this group. Get it in here. Let's go. Go. Bye, fellas.
They had the look of a team that had been here before.
There is a quiet confidence. They are not awed by being here, and focus, intense focus.
Super Bowl Sunday, 5-star matchup, because we in it.
Make it a regular ball game. I know it's going to be hard, but trust me, take it from me. I didn't do it, Yep. You don't have to do anything other than just be yourself. For sure.
I knew I was going to be okay. I did. I knew that I just approached it different. I was older.
He was older, and from the game's first series, Ben Roethlisberger was better.
Back is Ben, throws a pass down the field wide open. That is Hines Ward to the 50, the 40, first down to the 35.
All week long, he's been talking about how bummed out he was after the last Super Bowl because he didn't play very well. And he just had this do not be denied attitude coming into this ball game.
Ben scrambles out of the pocket left, now goes back to the right.
Boy, that is just unbelievable. Classic Big Ben Roethlisberger.
It is caught. First down to the 22-yard line. Plowing in for a Steelers touchdown is Gary Russell.
Way to start out the Super Bowl, baby.
Don't blink. Don't blink.
The Steelers controlled the first half, but late in the second quarter, the Cardinals were in position to take the lead.
18 seconds left. First and goal, Arizona at the 2-yard line. Steelers show blitz. They're back. He throws the pass up. It's going to be picked off. James Harrison has it. He's running up the sideline. 25-30, 35-40. Still on his feet at the 45 and down.
immaculate interception was one of the greatest plays in NFL history. And James Harrison had plenty of help along the way. That was no accident.
We had a practice down there at University of South Florida prior to the game. We picked off maybe 5 or 6 passes. And I'm watching a practice tape on Wednesday night. I can't sleep. I'm at the team hotel, and I decided to make a cut-up of every interception that we had in that practice. I noticed that we weren't rallying and getting offensive. So when we met at 9 o'clock on Thursday, I ran that cut-up. Didn't say much other than the fact that we're going to need this kind of performance. But this performance is probably not going to be enough. We're going to have to get out in front of people, and we're going to have to run one back, or maybe 2 back. I told them that the last time I coached in the Super Bowl,
Hey, today's the day we make dreams reality, right?
the defense that I was a part of ran 3 of them back and put 21 points on the board.
Getting greedy. Yeah.
And I thought that that was a great defense. They didn't think it was funny as I did, but for the rest of the week when we picked the ball off, they got out in front of one another and ran it back. And that's what I'll always remember about that play, that convoy of bodies in front of James. Brett Kiesel, Deshae, Lamar Woodley. The number of people out in front of him and the people willing to peel back and get people chasing him as he ran out of gas is as spectacular as the play itself.
It's pretty amazing the way things worked out that way. Him showing us that film, and him driving that point across, him getting out of bed, that's a sign of a great coach, you know? I would have stayed in bed and kept sleeping, you know?
That's what the defense do. We put points on the board. Second half to go, baby. The last time I was here with the number 1 D, we scored 3. You're short. Okay, we're short 2.
But it was the Cardinals who scored the game's next 2 touchdowns.
Warner to pass with time, fires over the middle to Fitz, caught at the 45-50, goodbye! Cardinals lead, Larry Fitzgerald!
You know, that's the same case. Great stories happen in great games for great teams. How am I going to be a part of this? I was like, man, we lost the game for us. But then I look at Coach and I was amazed about how calm he was.
Hey, if they gonna score, that's how you want them to score, huh? Quick, let's go.
You don't have time in those moments to go, woe is me, or ponder the misery. And really, as I went up and down the sideline to communicate with people, it was obvious that everybody was of that mindset. The adversity that we had faced throughout the course of the year had prepared us for that moment, had hardened us for that moment. And really, we were destined to do it and do it in that way. That adversity provided the proper platform for Ben to be Ben, for Santonio to be Santonio.
Time to be great. Time to be great.
For our offensive line to exercise the demons that had plagued them.
It all comes down to this, baby. No better way to finish it.
Football is the ultimate team game. In no way were we going to waltz in there and win a world championship on the strength of our defense alone.
We need y'all right now. We got here for a reason, baby. We need y'all, bro. It's nothing.
It was football justice, and I believe in it. To be the one, everybody has to stand and deliver. The failure in our secondary provided the rightful opportunity for others to do what they were called to do and help us bring home the 6th Lombardi.
2:31 to go. And now the burden is on that Steelers offense again.
Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt, and you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem worse that you mustn't quit. I told the guys, I said, listen, we've been criticized a lot this year, you line especially. they will be right if we don't do this, if we don't go down this field right now and score a touchdown. And I didn't have anything witty or crazy or John Candy story, but if you guys want to be remembered forever, this is how you do it. And then the first play, we had a holding penalty and went backwards.
Pacing backwards before firing your best shot is pretty routine for a gunslinger.
He escapes, starts running to his right, throws it on the run. The pass is caught out over the 25.
You know what? I was actually pretty relaxed. I surprised myself when I look back on it. I wasn't freaking out. And people probably don't believe me when I say this, but I almost, at a time, forgot that it was the Super Bowl.
Complete to Santonio Holmes with a great catch in traffic.
I just forgot that this is it. To me, it was just another last-minute drive we had to go score. During that whole drive, to me, it was just playing football.
Gets the snap. Pumps, fires a pass, it's caught. Running down the sideline, Santonio. Santonio to the 10. Santonio tackle at the 5-yard line with 51 seconds to go.
We need this play, man. This will win the championship for us right here, man.
I remember letting go of it and thinking, there it is, that's the one right there. And then when it went through his hand, I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my goodness. He came back like, my bad. I'm like, don't worry about it, we'll get it again. Because I joked with him now, I'm like, that was actually an easier catch than the next one.
43 seconds to go. Gets the snap. He's back. He pumps. He scrambles around, throws it back corner of the end zone. Santonio with a touchdown. Santonio Holmes. I don't know how he did it.
Looking back on how covered he was, I never should have thrown it. For some reason, I just wound up and let it go. And I thought, oh my goodness, this ball's intercepted. I saw Tone reach up. I knew he caught it, but the next question was, where's feet in? You know, when you saw the ref do the signal, then it's like, okay, that's one of the greatest feelings in the world.
Every time this team needed to make a play this year, they came up with a big play.
I couldn't celebrate too much, because we still had to go back out on the football field. And there's still that doubt, in your mind that, you know what, they can still make a great story here. What side of it do I want to be on?
Hey, defense, come here. Hey, look. Style points don't matter.
He said that throughout the whole playoff run. He says, style points don't matter. You guys win, you're a great defense.
We win the game. This is a legendary defense. Right. Put an exclamation point on your work.
Oh, please, Hans. We're too close, Hans.
He steps up. He runs around. He's going to be. Do the Steelers have a fumble recovery? It's over, folks. The Pittsburgh Steelers have won the Super Bowl for a 6th time, unprecedented in the annals of NFL play.
Second game in a row, Troy Polamalu and his son were part of a story with a happy ending.
We're 2-0 with him now.
I got the real trophy.
Mike Tomlin's second Super Bowl was sweeter, but just as sticky as his first.
As an assistant, when I was a part of a Super Bowl champion, I remember riding back from San Diego to Tampa on the plane. And when you do that, you pass the Lombardi around. When you see them displayed, shiny, clean, really, really impressive. By the time it gets to you on an airplane of a Super Bowl champion, it's not how you envision it. It's sticky, it's got a bunch of fingerprints on it, and it's really kind of dirty.
He always just talked about hoisting the sticky Lombardi and passing it around and kissing the sticky Lombardi. And we got so tired of hearing it, I think we just wanted to do it so he would stop saying it.
Hey, Tom, that trophy at? Hey, Tom, let me touch that sticky, man.
I wanted to paint a picture of what that moment was going to be about for us. I wanted them to know what that thing was going to look like, that it was okay to put their fingerprints on it, their lips on it, because it was out of their labor that we were going to acquire it.
We have the 6 Lombardis now in our front office. I think what they should stop doing is washing them. I think that the fingerprint, the slobber, the Gatorade, whatever may be on it, should always be a part of the trophy.
Coach always talks about passing around a sticky Lombardi. And all these marks, have memories, and a lot of players that have worked really hard to get their hands on this.
And no player left a bigger mark on the sticky Lombardi than the quarterback who 3 years earlier made it his quest to earn another one.
To be able to get back there, to win it that way, to win it with my offensive line.
Offensive line, who's laughing now, O-line?
It was a emotional, amazing journey, for me especially. I've grown up a lot, matured a lot. I understand what comes with being a franchise quarterback. Most little boys growing up want to play football. They want to be a quarterback. They want to play in a Super Bowl. And they want to have the game-winning drive and throw a touchdown pass to win a Super Bowl. I got to do that.
You had to pick one guy off your team that's going to ride off into the sunset with that brand new convertible car that they give away for the MVP. Who do you think that's going to be?
It's a great challenge. I'm looking forward to being that guy.
What's up, baby? I know y'all here to watch a great show today. And guess what? Them boys in black and gold always be ready to put on a good show.
And what a show it was. For 60 minutes on a cool Sunday night in Tampa, 2 seemingly mismatched teams provided the most entertaining and arguably best Super Bowl of all time.
It's one thing to be the underdog, nobody gives us a chance, all right? But don't tell me somebody's going to out-physical us.
On their opening drive, Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh offense didn't just out-hit the Cardinals, they outsmarted them, finding gaping holes in the Arizona defense.
Stretch fake. Back is Ben. Throws a pass down the field wide open. That is Hines Ward to the 50, the 40, first down to the 35. He was wide open.
It took the Steelers 8 plays to find the end zone, or so it seemed.
He's going to run. He gets down to the goal line, and that is going to be a touchdown for Pittsburgh. And now, Ken Whisenhunt throws the red flag as the Steelers have just apparently scored.
What they saying? They saying it's close, but to me, close doesn't mean conclusive. So they'll stay with the call on the field. I like this sweatshirt, by the way. Thank you. Brace yourself. If you guys take this touchdown off the board.
Oh, don't yell at me, okay?
I can't promise you that.
They ruled that he was down short of the goal line.
Okay? Well, it's going to be 4th down, and the ball's going to be on the half-yard line.
Pittsburgh settled for a field goal, but scampered down the field again on their next possession.
Scrambles out of the pocket left. Now goes back to the right. Needs a block. Spun around, throws the pass down the field. It is caught. Heath Miller leaping grab inside the 25. First down to the 22-yard line.
Man, you talk about abracadabra disappearing. A bunch of guys had a shot at Ben. He spins out, scrambles back against the grain, sees Heath Miller there right by the numbers, and he not only does he get it to him, but he gets it to him with a lot of zip.
Let's get this thing in the end zone. How about that? That'd be good.
Come on now, suck this up. Suck this up.
This time, Roethlisberger and company would go the distance.
And off the right side, plowing in for a Steelers touchdown is Gary Russell. The first touchdown of Super Bowl 43 belongs to the second-year man from Minnesota.
Keep working. Our offense is going to do something here now. We got to be physical, got to get off blocks, got to run to the football.
The first quarter had been all Pittsburgh. In the second, the Cardinals' offense finally took flight.
Fires far side to Bolden. Caught it to 25-20. Far side 15, 10-5. Bolden dives. Big play by the Cardinals.
No receiver is better after the catch than Anquan Bolden. His 45-yard grab and go set up the Cardinals' first score.
Warner stumbles, but now regains his balance. Throws left into the end zone. And it is caught. Touchdown. What a grab by Ben Patrick.
Oh, unbelievable. Kurt Warner falling down away from Ben Patrick. Somehow got enough sauce on the pig to get it over the head of the defender and into the hands of Ben Patrick.
Good job. Good job, Deuce. Good job, Levi. The way to go down there and get points.
After being dominated early, the Cardinals were taking over the game. After Carlos Dansby intercepted Ben Roethlisberger, Kurt Warner found open receivers underneath the Steelers' two-deep zone. With seconds to play in the half, Arizona was 2 yards from the lead.
Where are we at? Where are we at? First and 2 on the 2. This is not a run. Can't come up short. Comes 18 seconds.
Pittsburgh expected pass. They were right. Arizona expected James Harrison to blitz. Oh, were they wrong.
First and goal at the 2. Steelers show blitz. He throws the pass up. It's going to be picked up. James Harrison has it. He's running up the sideline. 25, 30, 35, 40. Still on his feet at the 45 and down. No, he's still on his feet. Here comes Harrison jumping over people to the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. And that's a touchdown for Pittsburgh. An amazing play.
Warner goes to his hot read. He's looking for Anquan Bolden. He thinks James Harrison is rushing. He starts taking off, man, and you talk about running out of gas. A silverback jumped on the back of the silverback. He makes guys miss, and then he gets a convoy. There's nobody there to make the tackle, and he runs. That is the biggest play of this football game.
Damn, Debo. Damn, looks the greatest run back in NFL history.
It was stunning. Now trailing by 10, Arizona had just 30 minutes to come back against the best defense in football. Thanks to the NFL's best defense and the Defensive Player of the Year, the Steelers carried a mountain of momentum into the second half. The Cardinals' defense was out to prove that they could do anything the Steelers' defense could. In the second half, Arizona emulated the success formula of Pittsburgh, forcing Ben Roethlisberger's offense to become one-dimensional by making Pittsburgh's running game knuckle under. In Super Bowl 43, Mike Tomlin's offense employed a rarely seen formation with 5 blockers to the right of the center. But when Pittsburgh tried to run behind this wall of heavyweights, the Cardinals refused to yield, holding Willie Parker to just 19 yards in the second half. The Cardinals also copied the Steelers' pass pocket assault plan. And even though Roethlisberger is difficult to pin down, Arizona still dealt him a fair share of lumps and bumps.
Roethlisberger's going to get sacked inside the 20-yard line. It's Darnell Dockett again.
They can't block Darnell Dockett right now.
Although they were playing plenty tough, the Cardinals had a problem with little yellow hankies. On Pittsburgh's first drive of the second half, Arizona was called for 3 personal fouls that would ultimately lead to a seemingly insurmountable 13-point Steeler lead.
Cardinals got to keep the Steelers out of the end zone here. 17-7, Pittsburgh leads.
We're going to run the quarterback draw here. Mike walk in.
If we get 7 right here, it's over, man. No.
Here we go, 3rd and goal. Ball just inside the 3. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Big Ben, quarterback draw, running left. He's hit at the 5-yard line, tackled at the 3. It was Gabe Watson in the backfield who tripped up Roethlisberger. And again, the Cardinals hold inside the 5, and now the Steelers will bring on the field goal unit.
The guy went with Mo, and then by the time I was going to Hines, then he picked the guy. Sorry, man. Damn good drive. They just saw him to foul in it. I know, that's what I saw. He was out of confused. He just stopped.
Reed with a 27-yard try. Snap, ball down, kick is up, and it is good. You talk about penalties and turnovers coming at the worst time. I mean, that's been the story today.
More than anything else, it really has been the yellow flags that have killed the Arizona Cardinals.
Think about officiating. We got to play the game and win it on the field. None of that's controllable for us.
Play through all them bad calls. All them bad calls. Play through them. Get down here. Play through them.
Hey, you heard that quarterback draw, right? Yeah. Good job.
We called it at the line, right?
Yeah.
We called it at the line. Checked it.
One play at a time. Let's go. One play at a time. Let's go. Let's do this now. Larry, let's do this. Let's go.
Hey, this is when we take our stand at right here. Let's take our stand, baby.
In the fourth quarter, Arizona finally found a way to cope with Dick LeBeau's complex defensive schemes.
Looks like the Cardinals are going to go no huddle.
Yeah, I think this is a good call, too. You know, just go ahead and say, hey, listen, let's get Kurt in a rhythm right now. He loves this type of scenario. He loves the no huddle.
Shotgun Warner. Warner throws over the middle to Preston. Made the catch at the 25. Tackled there. Gain of 12 yards. Tackled by William Gay. Shotgun snap to Warner. Looking over the middle. Firing for Urban, who made the catch at the 40. He's up to the 43 and planted there. First down Cardinals. Here they go. Looking left. Now throw short over the middle. It's caught by Arrington at the 40. He's loose at the 30. Inside the 30. Upended at the 28-yard line.
Right now, the Steelers' defense looks a step too slow.
Larry Fitzgerald has made every postseason defense look slow. Quiet for most of the game, the league's best receiver was about to make some noise.
Warner takes, gonna throw a fade right side. Fitzgerald, he got it! Touchdown, Larry Fitzgerald! And the Cardinals are back within a score midway through the fourth quarter.
Oh, baby, the scourge of the red zone has done it again.
Well, nobody high points the ball better than Larry Fitzgerald. He comes down with a touchdown.
He sure does.
Super Bowl 43 was now up for grabs. And while neither team would score on their next possession, Arizona was winning the battle for field position.
Ram, high kick, far side. Cards are under it. And Michael Adams kept it from going into the end zone. He downs it around the 2-yard line.
Now the game's on the Steeler offensive line. What you cannot do is go 3 and out. You can't get tackled in the end zone. You can't turn the ball over.
If you stop him here, you got a shot at getting good field position.
Set. 3:04 left. Steelers lead by 6. 2 protectors. Here's the snap. Ben is back in his end zone. Throws it down the field. And the pass is caught. What a grab by Santonio Holmes.
But wait, there's a penalty flag in the end zone. If it's an offensive penalty, it's a safety. This is going to be against the Steelers.
Holding offense number 62. The foul occurred in the end zone. Safety.
That catch by Santonio Holmes, if there's no holding, ends this football game. And right now, it is 20-16. It's a 4-point game. So the Cardinals have to score a touchdown.
Can the Cards do it again? The Cardiac Cards here in the postseason.
Against the best defense in the National Football League.
When Kurt Warner and Larry Fitzgerald teamed up for a 64-yard touchdown, the Cardiac Cards again demonstrated they had plenty of heart.
Cardinals lead. Touchdown, Larry Fitzgerald.
You gotta be kidding me!
A 64-yard touchdown pass by Warner to Fitzgerald, and the Cardinals lead Super Bowl 43 with 2:37 to go. But it ain't over yet. The Cardinals defense has to do it again against the Steeler offense.
They gonna score? That's how you want them to score, huh? Quick. Let's go. We got plenty of time to work, boys.
Ben Roethlisberger's incredible escape artistry during a 78-yard drive was typified by this 14-yard pass to Santonio Holmes. Big Ben hooked up with Holmes on 4 of the 5 completions he registered on this march.
Gets the snap. Pumps, fires a pass, it's caught. Running down the sideline.
Holmes' 40-yard catch and run took Pittsburgh to the Cardinals' 6-yard line.
Every single time Pittsburgh has been inside the 10, the Cardinals have come up with a play. Can they do it again and force a field goal, which at least would give the Cardinals maybe a chance in overtime?
Wow.
Snap to Roethlisberger, drop the throw, pumps right, throws left, back of the end zone, leaping try, incomplete. Holmes was open in the back left corner of the end zone, but the pass was too hot.
But right now, this is strap on the extra large Huggies and pop the Imodium time.
In one of Super Bowl history's most memorable finishes, Ben Roethlisberger proved he is one of pro football's elite players.
He's back. He pumps. He scrambles around, throws it back corner of the end zone. Santonio with a touchdown. Santonio Holmes. I don't know how he did it. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie doesn't know how he did it, but they ruled touchdown in the far right corner of the end zone. I can't even believe Roethlisberger threw that ball. Can't even believe he threw that ball.
He had 3 Cardinals there. Nothing they could do. What a throw, what a catch. I mean, it had to be a perfect throw. It had to be a perfect catch. And it was.
What a throw, what a catch, what a game.
The touchdown ruling was challenged, but upheld, eventually leaving the Arizona offense with just 29 seconds to work a miracle.
Hey, defense, come here. Hey, look. Style points don't matter. We win the game. This is a legendary defense. Put an exclamation point on your work. A sack. Get a sack here.
It was fitting that the NFL's best defense had the final say.
Warner steps up. He's maneuvering. He's in trouble. Now Warner gets hit. The ball comes out. It's recovered by the Steelers. And they'll take over and win Super Bowl 43.
LaMarr Woodley's tenacious pursuit personified what Pittsburgh's D had done all season long. For the Cardiac Cards, it was a heartbreaking finish.
You had to do it for us, man. You know what I mean? It wasn't going to be nobody else but you. You know what I mean?
I got you. And Super Bowl 43 is history. The Pittsburgh Steelers have won the Super Bowl for a 6th-time, unprecedented in the annals of NFL play. You know, it's been a great year for the Arizona Cardinals, yet to lose this game and lose this Super Bowl after coming back and fighting back and showing all the guts that they did to eventually lose it down the stretch is a hard pill to swallow.
Oh my goodness, man, we did it, baby. We did it. We did it. We worked
worked hard for this. We did it. Woo! Oh my goodness.
Wide receiver Santonio Holmes was named the most valuable player of Super Bowl 43. And the Pittsburgh Steelers earned an emotional victory in a game for the ages. Steel Town's legendary franchise had won its 6th Super Bowl title, the most in NFL history.